It wouldn't be one of my playthroughs about me screwing up somewhere along the line and, oh boy, was it this, it just bloody time to rear its head. So I'm glad it was kind of this episode. I shall be more vigilant about it in future. So, this is technically the Great Grind Part 2, the end point, I guess you can call it. We're technically done for now. There's a few bits and pieces we can do overall, but technically we're overall done. Everyone else is equipped. As you can see, Stog is wearing clothes, which is always a good sign, and we're level 15 now. So what's changed? Well, as you can tell, at the end of the episode we lost Virgil. Virgil is no longer in the pie. I left him in Dernholm and picked up this guy. This guy is called Vollinger. You can pick him up at level 15. I don't think alignment really matters with him. I'm 51 in the good side, so that I don't know, because I don't know what his requirements are overall, but because he's evil, he's evil-ish. He's not a good character, but he is a particularly strong gunslinger, and he also starts out with some points in gunsmithing and something I won't be really using at all, which is chemistry. He's a pretty good gunslinger to have, and will see you through to the end of the game if you keep him equipped. Now, because he's a gnome, he has some bonuses to gambling and haggle, which is pretty relevant for me, and he has some basic points in melee just in case, but I won't be worrying about so much. Overall, he is pretty decent to have around. I took his scheme off as well already. He's a gunslinger, and it's great. I've already got him equipped, and he's already killing stuff quite happily. Can't go wrong with him. He's one of the 2 gunslingers I'll be getting throughout this playthrough. There's another one, which will access towards level 30, I believe. So we're about level 15 now, halfway there. Level 30 we'll be able to, and after some progression, we'll be able to get this guy, and he is my favourite one. I like this guy because of his avatar. Brilliant. Anyway, so everyone else has been leveled. Song has been leveled up to pretty high levels. He has dodge melee going up a bit more. He's also been made well equipped. Oh, right, I forgot. Vollinger, you need to be level 15 and you need to spawn your party. Since we're not going to be using Virgil, I've just got rid of him, and that sounds really bad. I kicked him out to make space for Vollinger. And he's a good pick to have. Anyway, equipment. So as you can see with equipment, we're pretty well stocked overall. Oh yes, we'll come back to that. Yep, small electro armor, everything else is quite nice. We did cover the electro armor before, but I will look and show you before. I gotta equip Vollinger as well. I haven't got to that point yet. Actually, that's probably a good point to show you. Anyway. Oh, that reminds me, I did a little messing around with Magnus. As you can see, he has a ton of healing salve on him. It's because I've decided to make him a secondary healer. Is this a good idea? Probably not. I don't know if this will work very well, but so far it seems to be pretty good. Let's keep an eye on it. I'm only going to give him basic in healing salve. I'm going to keep Jaina more specialized. I can give him everything else I need to, but I think just for now I'll just keep him basic in healing salve. Everything else is great. We don't need anything else from him. So we'll just level him up as sort of like a tech paladin, I guess you can call him, or tech cleric. Right, okay, equipment. So, with us, we have electro armor. I've already shown you this before in the previous episode, but I'll give you a quick rundown here. I always lose where it is. Here it is. God, I mentioned this before and I still mention this again. I haven't seen any electrical weapons. I don't know. It's just so weird. Or whatever. Which we already made a load of. We've already made a load of this anyway, so that's great. Charged axe. We can get this from the quality armor shop. One in Toronto usually sells it. Looking for something to shock your enemies? Look no further than the mind-blowing charged axe. By combining a large capacitor and a featherweight axe, you can make a weapon that allows you to chop and fry your enemies at the same time. Stupendous! Electrical damage is an interesting one in this. Very good against armored enemies. Very good against armored enemies. But the charged axe is not exactly ridiculously powerful. It only does 20 to 30 electrical damage, which seems like a lot. But then you look at Stogg's Pyrotechnic Axe, which does 30 to 50 fire damage. It's a bit bonkers, really. But yeah, I think a bit of diversity in your equipment loadout is probably going to be helpful in this case. And I always have another axe. I can always get some more Dwarven ore if I need it, but that's whatever. Anyway, next up. Flow Disruptor. This one drops at the tech shops around in places. Only now we discover the electric disrupting properties of electricity, and those properties are taken full advantage of in the Flow Disruptor. This incredible shield, made by combining an electrical harness and a quality iron shield, not only protects you from physical attacks, but also interferes with spells thrown at it. Stupendous! This is probably one of the best shields you can get in the game, if I'm aware. I think it's the only tech shield you can really get hold of as well. Now keep in mind, it has an AC of 30. It's the exact same protection rating as a iron shield. The only difference is, it has, instead of having like 200 durability, if you look at the 20/20 in the corner, this only has 20. Whereas Iron Shield has like 200 or 300 or something like that. I don't think anyone else has it. But the magic resistance is insane. Magic resistance is 30, which is nice. It helps us block some pretty damaging spells. Doesn't make us immune, but it makes us a bit safer. Can't really go wrong with that one. It's a nice shield, honestly. Next up is the Charged Sword. I've already got this in my inventory. Looking for something to spice up the old trusty sword. I say it's rusty. Look no further. By combining a large capacitor with a balanced sword, the stunning warrior can bring the Charged Sword to bear. Each hit of this electrical wonder brings forth a veritable fountain of voluminous voltage. Wonderful. It's basically a sword with electricity going through it. Here it is. It's quite quick. Not as quick as the balanced sword, which has a speed of 18. And has slightly less durability, but it has 1 to 20 electrical damage on top of it. Can't really go wrong with that overall, really. It's an upgrade to the balanced sword, and I think it's the only upgrade to the balanced sword I'm aware of. There isn't a pyrotechnic version, which is a shame, but understandable. It's also, I think it's a bit heavy as well. Yeah, 40. This is like double. That's nice stone, shit. Alright, next. Oh, Tesla gun. Yeah, I'm not going to be using this, but it's a funny looking instrument. Behold the combination of the two most powerful technological disciplines in the world, the Tesla gun. A combination of the Tesla rod and the looking glass rifle. The Tesla gun can fire raw bolts of electricity, both further and with more accuracy than any weapon to date. Absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, don't use this. Don't ever use this. It looks good. It does hit like a brick, particularly with these two weapons added to it. It looks great. It is a team-killing death trap. You will hit your allies more than your enemies, I suspect. I'd personally avoid it. It's not worth it. Unless you're playing a solo build, then maybe, but I don't know. Bullets. We've already seen the schematic for bullets a few times, so I'm just going to skim over it, but in order to craft it, you need at least 1 point in explosives. It makes life a lot easier, trust me, particularly if using guns like I am. It makes life so much easier. Let's see. Oh, fuel! Oh, yes, we'll need fuel. Today's technologist is often in need of a quick and accessible source of fuel, and knowledge and chemistry makes this a reality. By combining easy found objects as the bottle of Moon's fine wine and common brewer's yeast, which we've seen a lot of, an efficient fuel is created. Warning, personal consumption of fuel is not recommended. Ha. And oh, yeah. You can pick this up at the tech shop. Or, no, the herbalist actually sells it as well. And the grenade launcher. This is another reason why I'm never going to use it, but it looks fucking cool though. Sometimes subtlety isn't going to get the job done. For those times, there is the grenade launcher, the product of combining the elephant gun and the explosive grenade. This ferocious firearm launches explosive projectiles at your enemies. Need we describe the results? Wonderful. Anything with explosives is usually a team-killing death trap. We'll look to the Pyrotechnic gun, the charged one, but then we've got this as well. This is a sort of an upgrade to the repeater rifle, which is the third gunsmithy item you can craft. Modern day machinery, modern day weaponry has reached the proverbial principle. Enter the mechanized gun. Made through combining self-loading chamber and the repeater rifle, this technological terror will rain down a barrage of bullets on your enemies in less time than it takes to butter your crumpet. Fantastic. How marvelously British. It's a really strong weapon. Absolutely ridiculous. The repeater rifle already has a really high rate of fire already. We're using that now. Combined with the auto launcher on top of that, it is insane. But it will chew through your ammo very quickly. Might get this, might not. We'll see. I need to be quite high ranked in guns before I can use this. Acid gun. I'm never going to use this, but whatever. Is throwing that acid getting you uncomfortably close to your fearsome opponent? Then the acid gun is a must-have for you. By combining the repeater rifle and a common acid, you can fire acidic ammunition into the most vicious nemesis, without having to worry about anything but the smell. Marvelous. I don't know if it's hit scam. That's the thing. If it is, great. If not, no. I'm pretty sure the Pyrotechnic one is hit scan, but I'm not sure the acid one. We'll see. Ooh, yes. This is something. You'll get this from the quality armor shop. Same with, this one's from the gunsmith. Gunsmith shop sells these. But the blade launcher is particularly from the blacksmith, weirdly enough. Whether it be a wyvern's hide or a warrior's armor, there are some things a bullet just won't puncture. Enter the blade launcher. By combining the elephant gun and the fine steel dagger, the blade launcher gets around the problem by using bigger ammunition. With the speed of a bullet and the edge of a dagger, there won't be anything less standing. This is pretty much an upgrade to the already devastating elephant gun. It's quite slow, with only a speed of 9, but deals 20 to 50 damage. And on top of this, just look at it. Look at that monstrosity. That's an upgrade to this. Cool boy. Oops. Oh yeah, the rifle cannon. This is something I might use, I'm not sure. How many of us have seen our ammunition bounce off a particularly stout piece of armor? You'll never see that again with a rifle cannon. This ferocious firearm, made by combining pure ore and an accelerator gun, fires a special armor-piercing bullet that will have them falling like 10 pins before their swords are even drawn. This thing is also a monster. This thing hits like an absolute... Of course it will, it's a fucking cannon. It's also fairly cheap to craft. The accelerator gun is fairly easy to get hold of, and pure ore is especially easy to get hold of. I can't make it yet, but I will in the future, and it will be bonkers. I don't know if I'll be using it a lot though, because I think it does fall off compared to the other guns we have in this, but it's powerful. The only downside is because it's slow, and it also eats a lot of ammo. And it eats like six bullets per shot. The thing hurts. It will absolutely destroy anything. But, oh god, I do think it falls off though compared to some other weapons. Let's have a look. And I don't really care for this. This is just a pistol. Speed is power, and nothing shows is better than that incredibly high velocity pistol. The combination of an accelerator gun and the fancy pistol, this marvelous little firearm accelerates its ammunition to unbelievable speeds, doing considerably more damage upon impact. Never before so much power come in such a small package. There's a joke in there somewhere. I think it's a precursor to something else we can make. Yeah, it's the Pyrotechnic gun. I'm going to need to get that to make this. I do want to try this. It looks cool. But we'll see. Alright, that's for that. Mechanical. We looked at the goggle helmet already. Won't be able to make this for a while yet because I only really want the helmet division for now. Goggled helmets are whatever, and we'll find eye gear as we progress with the story anyway. So we don't have to worry too much about crafting it, but we do need to make sure we have enough. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Alright. Medical Arachnid. In the need of a technological ally with the healing power of the greatest Tullian mages, look no further than the Medical Arachnid. By combining the Mechanized Arachnid, which is at the top of the mechanical tree, and the Wonder Drug, which is fairly high on the herbalist tree, you get a caring companion without the inevitable fuss of bothering of a sniveling mage. Staying healthy has never been easier or more enjoyable. This is an upgrade to the Mechanized Arachnid, which is already pretty okay to begin with. But it's, you get one for free during a quest at the end. It's a fairly easy quest as well, because we've already got the item we need for it, the camera. But it'll be a while before we get that far. I've never seen this thing heal. Never. Maybe it just heals me slowly, I don't know, but I've never seen this thing heal. Absolutely not. I'm not even going to talk about that one. The Venom Axe, don't need to worry about that. It's getting on a bit, so I've still got more to talk about yet. Ugh. Mechanical Dagger, we don't have to worry about this so much. Oh, the Pyrotechnic Axe. This is a bugger to get, I will say. Takes fuel, which is easy to get, and 8 in explosives, which is also pretty easy to get. And you get this if you get them for bullets as well. So 1 point in explosives covers this and bullets. It's great. And 20 in smithy, which is already pretty easy to get if you're going for the Featherweight Axe. Forget those uncontrollable fire elementals, always attacking you instead of your enemies. With the Pyrotechnic Axe, made by combining the Featherweight Axe and fuel, you can leave behind your magical miseries and welcome a fiery god of the Inferno, all by yourself. Amazing. Possibly one of the best tech weapons to get, I think. It hits hard. I rarely find enemies that are immune to fire damage. And you can't go wrong, really. It's a nice weapon. Minus helmet. We'll talk about it when we get to it. And I think that's about it. Yeah. So that's all that there. Now, here's the thing. Crafting electro armor is difficult because I don't have 70 points in my degree with it. So how on earth do I craft it? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm going to show you something of particular import. If you go from the station to Toronto University, and then proceed down here, well, down here, keep going down, skip the library, don't go to the library, go to this bit here, 24 University Court, smack at the top end of town. Overall, you need to go here if you want this. It's a great way of bypassing some of the requirements for well, some technological disciplines, because if I talk to Stog, you can buy books off this guy. You could buy a technical manual. They're pricey though, $750 per manual, and they increase it by about 11 or so. And you can buy every single discipline. So I bought the electrical manual a few times. As you can see here, I needed about, given at my level, which is like level 2 in this, I'm an electrical assistant, up to charge ring, I needed roughly about, can I open the right thing today, please? I needed roughly about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 manuals to use it. And I had to buy these mechanical ones because, well, I had to. Trust me though, I do think electrical armor is probably the safest bet you're going to have for a good part of the early to mid game. It just makes life a lot easier, and it's pretty good. It's good protection. I mean, I've only got 44, but even so, it's nice protection on top of it. Your companions will be safe, you'll be safe, and everything will be good. Right? Right? Right, Familiar Station. I'm just going to see if, and I hope so, there's some small plate mail, because I'll show you what I want to show you how this works. Come on, please. You shit. You absolute little shit. Oh look, a finely crafted dagger. Well, isn't that nice? Well, okay, let me try the magic shop. Ooh, that reminds me. One more thing of particular interest. And here's something you should never do. Never, never, never do. Jaina, right? As you know, I'm using the follow edit, and I thought it'd be fun to try something different with her. So she had, when she got to level 15, I dumped 2 points into bow. Seems like a great idea, right? Right? No, no, it's not. It is not a good idea at all. Do not do this. If you think about making a bow, just don't. It's not worth it with companions, because Unlike pistols, which are hit scan, they can still hit allies. They don't always, though. Arrows aren't hit scan for obvious reasons, and they travel at a certain speed, and they can hit your allies more often than anything else. It's not worth it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Just give her a good sword, give her a good shield. She'll kill everything. I tested it after the video was done just to make sure it was like, oh, does this work? And oh no, what a mistake that was. She died. Oh, hello, there we go. I have enough as well. You want this? No? Okay, well, screw you. Alright. I have a feeling I'm going to be too heavy to do this. So I'm going to have to strip down in a second. Right. Stog. Hold this. Or don't. Hold this. Give me these. Oh yeah, that's mechanical. I bought this to make that. Bought these ones to make the bow. Not worth it, but I'll keep them because they have uses. Okay, then we take this. Go into here. Now we can craft this. Remember, you need the correct plate mail in order to craft the correct size. So if you're making large plate, if you want to make a large electro armor for, let's say, Stog here, you need large plate mail, which is a little bit more expensive, but whatever. It's not ideal. I do like the attention to detail with it, I will say, but goddamn, it's annoying. Now go back down to here. Go to schematics, craft. Oh look, small armor. Talk to Vollinger. Give him this, and boom, he is armored, and he has a top hat. Lovely. And that's all we need from him. I can just dump these here. I can just dump that in the bin. Forget that. And we're good. We're all equipped. It's a shame you can't give dog armor. That's the downside. Only the goodest of boys must be protected. And that's pretty much it. This is 20 minutes of me trying to correct a mistake, so I do apologize for that. I know it seems like a particularly boring episode, and I do apologize. But, oh, goodness me, it was one of those necessary ones. There was so much interesting stuff to talk about, but I think I managed to condense it down into 22 minutes. Thankfully. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap this up now because that is it. We're pretty much ready to carry on with the quests in Torrent. And there's plenty to cover, I assure you. We already did one with the guy just standing over here, but like I said, Torrent is a big place. And in fact, our first quest is down here. Trust me, you'll want to do this one first. I'll see you later. Toodles!